Yeah, so we are making a 13 by 4 frontal, but this is a customized list for my client. So this is a 12 by 4 frontal. So first things first, I'm marking it out the 12 inches. Yes, I'm marking out the 12 inches, and next I'll have to find the center or the middle of the 12 inches. The reason I'm using 12 inches is because my client's ear to ear measurement is 12 inches. So after marking my straight line, I'll have to find the center of the 12 inches and mark it, which is 6. Then I'm coming down by 5 inches, as you can see. Remember that our frontal is a 12 by 4. That 5 inches is for insurance. You know that we are going to be probably folding the net and just eventuality, just in case. So I always love to leave 1 inch extra just in case I need it. After getting my rectangle box of 12 by 5 inches, you can see me coming in front, and I was marking 1 inch out of the front. That 1 inch in front was for the hairline. I'll come to that later. Now I'm marking out 2 inches from the length. I'm marking out 2 inches, and you can see what I use the 2 inches for, just for me to get the dimension for the curve, where the curve will pass through. I think it's self-explanatory though, but yeah, I will come back to the front. So it's just for me to see my curve inner depth. I went in with 2.5, like 2 inches and a half. So just for me to get that curve at the bottom. Then you can see the top. So you can see the top. It has 1 inch. That is for the hairline. It's just a guide for you to know how many strands you are supposed to be picking. Now you can see that my mark is at, I'm marking it at the center, which is 6 inches. For your hairline, you're not supposed to pick the same strands. Then you can see I'm first of all marked 2 inches, then I went in with 2.5 inch. That curve is just crawling. With 2.5 inches, just for us to make it not just that straight line, just to have a little curve to look natural. You can simply see how I'm curving it. If I want it, and if I wanted to have like a little window space, I will just make that point a little pointed. But it's really about what your client wants that will determine what you will do. If you want it maybe angled at the front a little, not just like that harsh straight line, but will just be a little curve when you are ventilating. So this is more like a guide for you to use when you are working. So the next thing I'll do is to trim out I actually thought the camera was recording, so I simply trimmed out my excess paper, and you can see I left a little space at the side, which is very, very important. You can see from the top that we still have that our 5 inches. So I'm going to like go round with half inch, or that excess is more like something I can use for my folding. You know that some full listening you are supposed to fold them, but for mine I will not fold it. For yours you can definitely fold it. Then that place that looks like a little ear is for the ear tab. Then you can see that for me cutting my lace knit now, I'm adding at least 1.5 inch. You can add 2 inch. This is the excess lace that is usually in front of closures or frontal. So if you are cutting yours out, it is important that you put in that add the excess knit, so that you can, or lace, so that you can have, in case of any eventuality, in case you need to shift it or anything like that. That lace is not just for fancy, it actually serves its own purpose. So you can see I'm still coming out, giving it a little allowance. But here I'm going to cut exactly because remember that our paper is on the big side, like we have extra 1 inch at the paper. That is the length of our paper. So we don't need to cut another allowance. Yeah. So guys, this is what I'm talking about. You can have that excess to fold it in and you still have a solid 4 and half. So it just depends on you. You can have at least 1 inch to fold.